Now, Joe, I know you've probably been wondering for a while, where can Nicolas Cage go in his career? I mean, he's done so much, but the one thing he hasn't done is he hasn't wrestled a white cheetah, and I know. And that is basically the central plot for his latest film. It's called Primal. It's basically set on a cruise ship, and it stars Nicolas Cage, Famke Janssen from the Taken films, and Kevin Durand. And he plays a character called Frank Walsh. And Frank Walsh is a...
Yeah, that's a strong Nicolas Cage character name right there.
I mean, it speaks volumes, doesn't it, that character name? And so he plays Frank Walsh. He's a wildlife expert. He's also a hunter. And he goes out into the rainforest and he hunts different animals and he sells them off to the highest bidder. He's a very selfish man. All he cares about is making the most money. And he's caught wildlife in the Brazilian jungle, including a 400-pound white cheetah. He ships this cheetah on the same ship as an arrested convict played by Kevin Durand. Oh, no. What would go wrong? And just so you know, I'm not spoiling anything here. The assassin breaks free and frees all of the animals on the ship. It's basically Snakes on a Plane meets the Green Mile. And chaos ensues.
Take it easy with my cat!
What is it?
White jag, maybe 400 pounds. I have hit the mother load. Put it mother load. I think this one's going to the highest bidder.
So nice to see American faces.
Marine Commando under arrest for crimes against humanity.
Seizures can happen without warning. My radio will be on 24 hours.
Dr. Taylor.
The man that we're looking for is a mercenary assassin, a professional killer.
Loeffler let most of the animals out.
There's only so many places he can hide.
Who says he's gonna hide? I'm going hunting.
Government wants him alive.
If you see Loeffler, put a bullet in him. And the same goes for the cat.
You kill my cat, I'll blow your head off. Got a real nice cage for you.
Now, I bet you needed that in your life. I mean, what a clip, what a little teaser to get you going. And this was the one Nicolas Cage film I was like, I need to watch this movie. I saw the trailer a couple of months back, and it just looked like one of those guilty pleasures that Nick does every once in a while. And so I went in, I watched it on Amazon Prime, $1.99. I mean, what a bargain. I definitely got what I wanted from it. Surprisingly, Nicolas Cage is actually really good in this. It's not cheesy. It's not a cliche character. I mean, with a name like Frank Walsh, there's not a lot you can do with it. But actually, he takes it kind of seriously. And I think we've seen Nicolas Cage in many films, and his character has kind of been thin, very, very thin, very one-dimensional. You really come to actually understand this character. He's not a nice guy to start off with. He's very selfish. He just wants to get these animals on this ship and then basically sail himself to Mexico and sell them off. But obviously things don't go to plan. And basically you have him running around the ship being like, where are those animals? Where are those animals? And actually a great scene is one of the cops on the ship who's tracking down this assassin is like, listen, if needs be, we might need to kill that cheetah because it's very deadly. And he's like, you kill my cheetah, I'm going to blow your head off. And all I can say is Samuel Jackson. Can we have a team up of him and Nick Cage? That'd be great. Primal on a plane. I mean, great. But yeah, I mean, he's great. Famke Janssen, I don't know what she's done to her face. She's had Botox overload. She can barely move her face. But I do like her in this. She has a bit of a love interest with Nick, and good old Nick. He needs a bit of that in these films. And then you've got Kevin Durand he actually plays a really kind of psychotic killer, and he plays that really, really well. Him and Nick have some really, really nice scenes in here. And yeah, it kind of delivered what I wanted to deliver, really. I mean, it is one of those guilty pleasure films from Nick Cage. Don't go in expecting Academy Award-winning material. You're not going to get it. But I wanted some fun. I wanted some well-executed action scenes, and that's all done well. You kind of know where it's going to go. It does get very predictable towards the end. But, overall, I've got to say this is one of his better films recently. Not just because it was a lot of fun to watch, but I actually think Nick Cage does a lot with his character. And so, I can't say it's one of his greatest. But $1.99 on Amazon, give it a try. Who knows? I mean, I don't think it's anything like the film you're going to review. It's not as experimental or avant-garde as your film, but I think it is worth a watch. So yeah, I enjoyed it.